nowadays, I see that we have this era of being authentic, being natural, being alive, and being confident. And sometimes when you're alive, you're not confident and you're vulnerable. Yeah, let's be vulnerable. No, but you need to be confident. So you cannot be vulnerable and not
Yeah.
confident. And so sometimes we have this mess. But when we're talking about public speaking, I do believe that you can be confident as well as be vulnerable. But as Rebecca has mentioned, find ways where to be vulnerable, where to show this, where to demonstrate this vulnerability, for example. Any public speaker should develop this self-confidence and should demonstrate this self-confidence. But means or ways how to demonstrate, these ways could be different. We don't need to copy. We need to find our own unique style, approach, beliefs, way of thinking, way of leading the conversation.
A lot of women, this is one of the main things that they come to me and they say, I don't know how to sound like a man. I don't know how to talk like that. I don't know what to do. And my answer to them is always, so don't. And it's actually true what Vera's saying is that we have other tools to use. And those tools are equally as impactful as the tools that the men are using. When we try to match that male confidence, that energy, that masculinity when we're talking, the problem is that we go lower on the scale of that perceived likability, right? So people, they generally don't like us as much if we puff up our chest and say, well, this is the way we're going to do it. And really, as leaders, we need to have that trust in our team. And that trust is built from, like Vera said, showing some vulnerability, admitting when we don't know the answers, showing up as our authentic selves. If we expect to play on the same field as men and do their style, it's never going to work for us. Sharpening our saw looks different than sharpening a man's saw. And that looks like telling more stories, having some data to back some things up, definitely showing up with confidence, but showing up with confidence in our own way. I don't think anyone would say that I speak like a man, but I do show up with confidence.
We do not need to compete with men. I want to collaborate. I'm collaborating with men. And that is why I don't have this problem that you have mentioned. I want to make my presentation, but I do not want to compare myself to the previous speaker who was male, for example. So, I mean, this focus is also very helpful, this intention. While competing, while comparing, do not compare. You have your goals. You want them to get your messages. Yeah. So get prepared. Storytelling, data. What arguments? Who are these guys? How to approach them? How to approach their feelings? How to approach their mindsets? What can I tell them in order for them to say, wow, this idea is amazing? How to sell this idea to them? So I think that this is the right way to get prepared.